start the conversation. Yes, the song you're just listening to is from our own brother, our friend, our godfather, everything in terms of music, Rocky Dawuni. Now, just so you know, he's a 4-time Grammy nominee. Trust me, he's the reason you and I started talking about Grammys. We had heard it much, but
we never bothered.
Yes, we never bothered. So I just want to remind you once again. Now, he's also a songwriter and a record producer. He performs his signature Afro roots, which, of course, with the sound, which is a mixture. Listen attentively. Of reggae, Afro beats, high life, and soul music. Yes, this is very important. So you don't box him in just one thing. He does in different ways. Now, he lives between Ghana and United States, but he lives in Ghana more.
Yeah,
he lives in Ghana
I left now. United States long time.
Right now, we have taken our thing. We are with him here. So yes, he's Ghanaian full time. He's also a musician. He is an activist, so you know that as well. And he's a Nordner. Yeah, I had to add that.
Hey, sister.
I had to.
Okay, I am also a Northerner.
You are not.
I will be a Northerner. I aspire to be a Northerner.
Good morning, Rocky, and welcome to the studios of Hits FM.
Thank you so much. I feel it's so lively. I walked in here, just really the energy, and then also with the rains. When rain comes, we kind of huddle inside.
You see?
Exactly.
I told him I like the rains. He kept asking why. I said it makes me feel good, like relaxed.
Relax, because there's a communication between God and us. The rain is a testament of our faith. So when I see and that's going to provide food, that's going to provide water, that's going to provide sustenance. So whenever I see it raining, I'm like, God's grace is moving amongst us,
Wonderful.
And I love that energy and feeling, So when I walked in here, I was like, hey, Charlie, this one there. And I saw him too. His beard is growing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
longer edge.
I told you I'm challenging you. You see this one? Give me 3 years. It's longer than your dreadlocks.
Hey, don't be easy. Don't be easy.
I am happy. If there's anything I'm excited about is the whole dreadlock thing.
Yes.
Back then, I'm sure you've had all sorts of stories where there's this perception when you have it, they think something else. But now
yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
No, the thing is that even in our traditions, when you look, we had the Okonfos, the healers, the traditional doctors, the indigenous, shall I say, mystics, always had, their hair were locked.
Yeah.
And even when you look in the Old Testament, the Levites,
who
actually were some of the holiest people who dedicated themselves to advancing, God's message. They had to lock their hair as a sign of their dedication.
Yes.
And so Rasta also adopting, dreadlocks was also part of the dedication. So, when you look, sometimes we use brands and names, but if it's a human thing, we don't even need to brand anything. There's no difference between our ancestors and us. It was still the same people.
Yes.
We are going to be the ancestors of tomorrow.
Yes.
Exactly.
So if we there's a certain way that it shows our divinity. It also gives us opportunity to also focus on our spiritual mandate. I feel that is something that we have to, we have to honor it. And this is purely African.
Yeah.
It's not something that was brought from somewhere else, but sometimes we tend to look at it and give it modern certain context, which is based upon misunderstanding and misinformation. And then we think it came from outside and it means something else. So for me, I always try to say that even in the modern sense now, people just carry it everywhere. So it's not even a matter of dedication to a cause. It become a fashion statement.
Exactly.
And the thing is that if it's a fashion statement, but it's still paying homage to your ability to dedicate yourself to whatever your cause is. I think you're still advancing the same philosophy. Yeah.
Great.
Yes. So
Yes.
there you go. So you have it boxed in two, Kwame. So now you can enjoy rain and you can grow your hair.
Oh yeah, I'm growing my hair. I'm growing my hair.
Well, I guess we'll just start. We'll go. Oh, but first off, over the weekend you were in Cape Coast.
Yes.
We all saw the stories. Kwame Nkrumah celebrations
Yes,
here and there.
yes.
But you were there because there was an unveiling as well of a resort.
Yes. It's Anumansa Beach Resort.
Okay.
I like the name.
Yeah,
Anumansa.
Anumansa is the old. That's what the things I'm also learning a lot. Anumansa is the old name for the indigenous name for Elmina. So the name Elmina was actually something that was not indigenous. So it's a way that it's all the reclamation of culture, and reclamation of identity. So this place named itself, based upon that. And I think it's the old Elmina Beach, Elmina Bay resort that has been refurbished, repurposed. And for me too, I feel that it's a time to when we as artists too, we have to see our connection to the promotion of tourism and places too that are gonna be spaces of welcoming people who are coming to this country need to have that musical infusion.
Yeah.
So I had just finished a tour. I just played Carifesta. I was one of the headlined the World Music Night there in Barbados. Huge concert. Came back here, and the first thing that I did was to go and support that launch. It also was very attractive to me when they asked me for it, because I was like, okay, my band, my band just needs to go play. We just wanted to have fun. It was also the weekend of Osadifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's birthday and Founders Day and all of that. So I felt that to use music as a musician who has, traveled and put across that Pan-African vision of our people across the world, this was an opportunity to celebrate Osadifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So it was great to Samia Nkrumah and their family. Everybody came down for it, and it was really beautiful to commemorate, Osadifo in such a powerful way with music.
That's beautiful. We'll make time and go to
Exactly.
Cape Coast. You have been going to Cape Coast.
Oh yeah, Cape Coast is home. So
and look for it.
And before the weekend, last week on Wednesday, exactly a week ago, the Foreign Affairs Ministry, you were announced as a recipient of diplomatic passport. Yes. Yesterday we had an interview with Denta
here.
Oh, awesome.
He was also one of the recipients.
Yes.
And one question we asked her was whether she knew she was going to receive that honor. Did you also know about it?
No, I had no idea. I have been on the road, traveling, doing the same work. It started, I was, the trajectory of my tour, I was in Belgium for a concert, and then I was in Paris for a UNESCO event with, musicians and thought leaders from around the world. We met at UNESCO headquarters in Paris, and then I had another concert too that was actually in Spain, right? Where was
Ethiopia.
Yeah, post that, and I was in Ethiopia.
Okay.
Ethiopia was a UN thing and then a concert, and then from there I had another concert in Los Angeles, and then concert in Barbados, and then Miami for a video shoot for a new song that just came out, which was a collaboration with all of these amazing global artists from different parts of the world, and so I was out there doing the same thing, bringing the energy of Ghana, connecting with the diaspora, bringing working within the UN framework, bringing people together, focusing on stuff that was bringing attention to my country. So when I got back, I saw an invitation for me to attend the launch of the summit, the Diaspora Affairs launch. And also for me, just coming back to, I felt that, okay, if there is a conference that is going to happen, that is going to gather creatives and thought leaders from the diaspora and all of that. This is something that I represent. I was going to go there and also, support it. So I was very surprised when the minister said 5 people even. I was like literally distracted.
Yeah.
I'm sure when they
mentioned my name,
like,
I was like, what's going on? I was very surprised, but at the same time, I was very honored. It was a moment for me, I never did my work for the sake of accolades.
Yeah. True.
I have always believed that if your music or what you do is a calling, is God's gift, the gratitude is your ability to be able to do it on the highest level. Everything that comes as a relation to that is an add-on. It's an honor. It's a blessing. So I was filled with gratitude that, here I am, a child of Ghana who has always believed that my talent should be used to elevate my country, my continent, and my people. And I had the minister of, the foreign minister, bestowing upon me the opportunity and ability to even facilitate my work. And as a cultural persona that represents my country officially, and I've been doing this myself for a long time. So, I was excited and happy and grateful, and Ghana. Yes.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Was there any point in time in your life in the past where you wished you had a diplomatic passport?
I never thought of it in terms of diplomatic passport.
Okay.
That's, the thing is that I traveled, I've gone to literally the whole world.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I mean, places that most people don't even know that I've been there.
Yeah.
I was one of the first African and reggae artists to play in Greenland. You know what I mean? These are yardsticks that people don't know. When I landed in Greenland with my band, the whole of Nuuk, the capital, was at the airport to meet me. I did a huge concert there. I was hosted. I traveled around. They started looking at, where's Ghana? Where's Ghana? Where's Ghana? This is Greenland we're talking about. And all over Europe, South America. The last few years, one of the things that I've been working on is that I had been collaborating with the former vice president of Costa Rica. We started an initiative across the Americas. It's called, what do we call it? A concert?
Against racism.
Concert against racism.
Right.
So because within that part, a lot of people, our brothers and sisters, black people, people of our color, they're not part of the national narrative of most of these countries. You go to Mexico, when you watch Mexican TV, you don't even know black people are there. Yes. You go to Costa Rica, you don't even know black people are there. So we started doing festivals and concerts across. She will gather all the activists, and then I will headline, and then we'll have musicians and activists from all across the Americas. So we started, the first big one was in Costa Rica, huge, thousands of people. And then when it was successful, then we moved it to Brazil, Bahia, where we did it also. It was huge and big. And then the third event was that we brought it into the Americas. We brought it to Toronto. It was another huge event, and now we're moving it to Colombia and then to Spain. You see, so these are all things that I have been doing as a musician, selling Ghana at the same time too, inspiring people of our kin out there to come back home. And when they come back home, they're going to come and also infuse, they're going to come, they will need food, they will need lodging, they will need all of this. And so it also helps the economy. But the most important thing for me is the spiritual reconnection of our people. Because we are trying to move forward. We're looking for ideas. But a lot of times we invite even people who are not like us to come and be in charge of these ideas when we have our own people who live there, are part of there, and know it already. So embracing the diaspora is actually very beneficial in terms of the capacity building, in terms of the know-how that we need to fashion our new development and also reconfigure what the vision of a new Africa is. It's not going to be only continental Africans.
Okay.
Because at some point we had people of our DNA who were taken away.
Yeah.
So when we embrace our collective strength, it gives us the power to engage the world with every capacity that we have.
Rocky, a follow-up to the question I asked about diplomatic passports.
Yes.
So you said not necessarily diplomatic passports, but did you encounter challenges through your travels that you thought, okay, maybe if I had a certain system that could alleviate all these
challenges? You constantly deal with that.
Yeah.
And then when you travel with a group of people, you constantly deal with all of that. It's constant.
Okay.
But as an artist, you create a certain shall I say name to a certain level where you are facilitated, but even that takes long. I remember when, I was at that time, there's some years back, I was still living in America, and I had, built my name out of it, and then I had an invitation to play at the Vatican.
Okay.
Many people were confused about that. Like, why will they invite?
Vatican.
So we were bringing my whole band, and by that time, my band is like, international. People of Jamaican origin, African origin, but they were based in Los Angeles. So I was bringing the entire band. So I remember going to the embassy, and most of them had American passports and all of that kind of stuff. I did not. You know what I mean? So me, the band leader, I was actually the last person to get there. To get there, everybody got approval, and then even mine, there had to be a call even from Rome in order for me to be able to get the passport in America. You see, so it shows you eventually it came, but what I'm saying that you had to go through hurdles. The people who are going there based upon my name were already, they already passed through. Me, the one where I say, I told them, say, if I no go, I no go happen. So I don't know why the delay.
That is all.
So that shows you the value of this, what has been bestowed upon me to allow me to navigate without ease. And also, as a diplomat, you're also a cultural ambassador of your country. You represent it in, so I feel that it is a great honor. And with every great honor, you have to wield it with that sense of reverence and that sense of mission, that this is a recognition of the work that I'm doing, but it also opens the opportunity to leverage what I have done also in a way that it's very deliberate, to contribute that to elevating our country, bringing attention to our country, inspiring the creative sector, because me coming from the creative sector too and having diplomatic status too also shows the value that is being attached to art, in this country. So it's a good time for Ghana. I feel, honored, at a time to when we have that, we've gone through a previous election. Our democracy is still intact. We are expressing democracy in the way that you can go everywhere, you can protest, you can do whatever. If you feel that you have to contribute to the national development and you have an idea, you can go out there and do it. And I believe that type of plurality has always been what Ghana should be about. Ghana has to take the leadership role. It's always been the leader. Independence movement, or Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, raise the flag and show the light of African liberation. So we, this generation too, that is our responsibility. We have to step out with that leadership mindset, because if we are a country that has been chosen for our leadership, we cannot follow nobody.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Does this diplomatic passport put extra responsibility on you as a cultural ambassador?
I'll say that the responsibility of citizenry has always been part of me, so I think that it reaffirms, my commitment and belief and trust and love for this country. I think that sometimes I feel that, when I even look at the rhetoric, that it's from the tribal rhetoric, from the political rhetoric. Like certain people say things that I feel that to some extent it's going right at the heart of the fabric of our national unity. And we need to elevate a new sense of patriotism, a patriotism that is above party affiliations. A patriotism that is not seen in the spectacles of party affiliations. If you're doing something for the nation, it shouldn't be seen in the sense of because you're doing it for the nation, that means you're doing it for a sense. I mean, that is a way of, that's retrogression. You know, we have to work together. We have to, every foot that is put forward, even if it's political party, we all follow to make sure that that foot is firm. Because that's how we can move forward. Each foot takes us forward collectively as a people. And I feel that for me, that's what I represent. I represent non-partisan, plural citizenry of this country. And I feel that that's what we all have to do. If something is good, somebody does good, give them the credit. Good. If somebody does bad, draw their attention to it. You know, let's build a nation based upon justice, equality, and a sense of elevated citizenry. That's the only way we can lead Africa to ultimately unification and with the diaspora too.
Well, if you're just joining us here on Daybreak Hits, Rocky Dawuni, of course, he is our guest this morning, and the conversation has been on. Trust me, I hope you're also learning something, because yes, if you've been asking that, why him? Yeah, this is him.
Yeah.
This is the reason.
Yeah.
And he was doing it way back before some of you were even born, before some of you started this space. And he's still doing it, and even doing it bigger.
Exactly.
So there you go. But, you know, he's not just doing this, but he's doing it through music. And day in, day out, we keep getting more music from him. I can tell you that we have something new from him as well.
Exactly.
And we'll definitely share that with you here on the show as well.
Exactly. Rocky, so all 5 of you who were announced as recipients of the diplomatic passport are creatives. You are in the creative industry, all 5 of you.
Yeah, everybody is in there.
What does this mean to the creative sector?
You know, the thing is that when blessings are bestowed upon you, you have to see that your time has come.
Okay.
You know, I think that it's very interesting. I was just like really looking at the list, and I was trying to. It's a very interesting choice, you know, and I think that the dimension of it also shows that it, when you fit all together, it's a multifaceted representation of what the creative industry is, and recognition of what the creative industry is. The art, the painters, the musician, the creators of space, and then the digital representation too of all of it. So it's like how you, even as a musician, you build your team. You know, if you build your team, you need the one that can be able to give you presence, the publicity, both digital and non-digital. You need the one that can be able to create the scenario for concerts, events, and connect you to the right people. You need the one too that can take your art and create the visual dimensions of it, so your art can be projected in a way that people can see, not only ones that you hear. So I think that the country, one way or the other, whether it was deliberate, intentional, or just by chance, it almost like the country created one body out of a dimension of bodies, but it fully represents the creative sector in a big way. I don't believe we had in our history a time when this opportunity was given for the creative sector to liaison. Not only like people who are doing, people do it in isolation.
Yes.
You know, and they do it, you know, because there's never a system of connection.
Yeah.
And I think that this shows a new paradigm for us to see that the value of our creative sector is being elevated. And we have to embrace it too with the zeal and appreciation. You know, we don't have to lift a gift horse in the mouth. You know what I mean? We have to see that this is an opportunity for Ghana's creative sector now to boom, because we all work together and we all work for each other. And we all work for the sake of all of us.
Yeah.
So I'm not here just to represent only me. I'm representing through me all of the creatives. And we give thanks for that opportunity. So now, Ghana, we focus forward in harmony, in unity, and in togetherness, rise above our divisions, our pitting, the art of pitting each other against each other. That art, which I know that it gives clicks, it gives money.
I love that.
But in the long run, it's almost like you're pointing the gun at yourself, and you just because you're being paid to shoot it, you put in the trigger.
He says art means people are perfecting that.
The art of division and putting people together.
Oh.
That's also another art, creative sector.
But guys, Rocky has a song with Cedella Mali, his daughter of Bob Marley.
Yes.
A new song.
Yes.
Title is I Got a Song.
Yes.
Guys,
yes.
We've got a song.
Yes.
This one, I can tell you that this song is living rent-free in Mr. Hagler's head. It's a massive fan. Like, that's what he does.
He's a reggae man.
He's a reggae.
I will make sure that Hagler makes sure that the landlord does not come for rent.
Oh, but this is a beautiful song.
Yes, very beautiful.
Yes.
When I like the, I like the vibe.
Yeah.
Two of you, like, so different, but
complementary.
Oh my goodness.
And the beautiful thing today, we're talking about my role, what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This is connecting the Marley family.
Yeah.
The legacy of the Marley family, the diaspora to Ghana. You see, just through a song collaboration like that.
Yes.
And I also purposefully worked with the matriarchs of the family.
Okay.
You see, because everybody hears the guys, the men, the family. So everybody expects.
Exactly.
But she is the firstborn daughter. She's actually the firstborn. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And she has always been like one of the most amazing musicians, but she's also backing her son, which is Skip.
Okay.
Skip Marley. That's Skip's,
Yeah.
And Cedella, when they had Ziggy Marley and the Melody Makers.
Yeah.
So when I first went to America, one of the concerts I went and saw was Ziggy Marley and the Melody Makers. So it was the whole family. But the girls, Sharon Marley and Cedella were the showstoppers.
Wow.
So I have always wondered, I was just like, wow, this, I'm wondering, like, when is something gonna, so when this song started taking shape, I had gone to Australia, I was on tour in Australia, and then, these elders, Aboriginal elders, invited me to come because they heard I was from the motherland, so they wanted to show me how connected we were. So through our conversation, I learned about song lines, how music in their culture was used as a spiritual thing, both for as a culture, as a GPS, history. Music was everything, how they kept memory and their history and passed it across generations. So I was like, wow, everybody has a song. Exactly. When you're born, you have a song in the world, and you live according, your life is the lyrics that you put in that song. So, and then it's a means to communicate and leave your imprint across generations. So I was like, who would be the best to complement? Because we deal with the duality, yin and the yang, man and the woman.
Yeah.
So what is the female voice that could complement? And when she heard it, she loved it. And then she went into the studio. I was even shocked. She's like, and then I saw a message, done.
Ooh, done.
And I played it, and I just kept rewinding because it just made it all of a sudden, this song became what it had always aspired to be. And I feel that it's resonating, it's big, it's on MTV Brazil, right? It's just growing around the world in a big way, So we give thanks for that. And this is all part of the cultural diplomacy, because everywhere it's played, first of all, they're going to talk about where we're from.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you mention my country's name, whether I'm talking about it on stage or whether it's being mentioned on radio in every country, people will go and look.
For Ghana.
And when they look, and then they have a choice of travel, it's already ingrained in their memory and their intention.
Exactly, yeah.
So we influence their choice to choose Ghana as a place if they're coming to Africa, and at the same time for them to go deeply and know the history of our people and all of that. So So this song, I feel
Beautiful
that
music.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my first time listening to it.
Yes. And then everybody that's listening, the video is out.
Oh.
The song is out on all platforms. And yes,
Great.
not just a movie. What do credit near different where they make kind of crano they kind of crano say utia who they call Rocky Dawuni nyum foforo na aba no I got the song on Bob Marley the daughter no way me ko streaming na media mama na foforo nyina I see a kasa
and you have other new songs apart from this one.
Yes so it's as I say I'm constantly so I was just in Miami. This is a song that I wrote with 4 amazingly popular artists in their own country.
Okay.
Tony Sukar is one of the most popular salsa artists, modern artists in history right now. Tony has been a good friend of mine. Matt B is one of the fast rising R&B artists right now. Walter Kellerman is a legend, South African jazz legend, flute player. So at some point we were at an event and we're talking and I was like, we started talking about, creating something that was global, that mixed salsa, salsa, jazz, Afrobeat and all of that.
Tapping into their sound.
Tapping into my sound and then their sound and all of that. So we started this work and we started creating, working on it. And then eventually the song was done. But we actually have created a new genre, which is Afrobeat salsa.
Oh,
because beat salsa. So
do we have it here?
Yeah.
Which song is that?
It's called They Know.
They Know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we fused all of these elements, and believe me, it's already the salsa people have already embraced it, and it's just because it's a new genre. So I know that people are gonna look at this formula and start replicating it.
Yeah.
But the first time you heard that possibility was on They Know.
Yeah.
Yes.
They know.
They know.
They know.
Yes.
Okay, then let them know right now.
Yes.
However, you should take me through, but this is beautiful.
Yeah.
And what genre did you say you called this?
It is Afrobeat salsa.
Afrobeat salsa.
So it's bringing Afrobeat and salsa music, but it's also, unifying Africa and the diaspora through sound. Because even when you think about like reggae music and all of that, it came directly from the drum. So the drum, which was our culture, So when our brothers moved there, they had to, and then they started putting modern instruments into it.
Okay.
And then, you went from ska, mento to ska, and then it became rocksteady, and then it became reggae music.
Okay.
And then you had jazz and all of this, and hip hop, everything came, the roots were Africa because we were the first to see God's light, so humanity came from us. So now what we are doing is that we're not necessarily inventing new things. You know what I mean? Because we are all stepping upon the shoulders of giants and legends. I am a product of, what's it called, African brothers, Nanam Pedu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like these are the people that inspired me when I was growing up, So this my, Roots at Nabo, like all
Roots
of these
at
things.
Nabo.
And then I bring that inspiration, Kojoenchi, Rexoma. These are all people that I idolize, So these inspirations are within me. So when I'm connecting with another person, let's say somebody like a Tony Sukar, who also his ancestry, he's from Peru, but his ancestry is Japanese and all of that. So he's also mixing all of this stuff. And now he's like one of the biggest, salsa artists in the world, So our collaboration, we bring our countries together, we bring our people together, we bring our sounds together, and then we create something new. We take the building blocks of what our inspirations are and redefine it for our generation. And I believe that this is a testament as to
Yeah.
innovation. That's why me too, I took reggae music, added African music, created Afro roots and all of that. I'm always interested in recreation and creation.
I noticed that it's something
and push.
you do.
Yeah, because I create it, and if people want to come and look at it as a blueprint to make it a huge genre, they're welcome. But I'll create a blueprint. And for me, that's the thing, that you have to fearlessly be an artist without doing it for the sake of being a star, but doing it because you love the gift that God has given you, and you want to also use it for the service of your people and your brothers and your sisters.
Wow.
Yes.
In 1996, you released The Movement with Local Crisis. That was your group, right?
Yes, Local Crisis was my group. Yes.
Okay, that was 1996.
Yes.
Then Crusade in 1998.
Yes.
Awakening in 2001.
Yes.
Book of Changes 2005.
Yes.
Hymns for the Rebel Soul 2010.
Yes.
Branches of the Same Tree, the first Grammy nomination.
Yes.
But Hymns for the Rebel Soul was also the first nomination for what's it called? NAACP.
Okay.
What's it called?
Okay.
Awards.
Awards.
It was nominated for best.
Yes.
Wow.
Best world music. So that was how people always say the Grammy branches. Before branches, there was Hymns for the Rebel Soul.
Oh, nice.
And Hymns for the Rebel Soul too was when African Reggae Fever was used for the World Cup. Download the Revolution and all of this were used for EA video game all around the world.
Okay.
It was one of the biggest albums of mine.
Yeah.
So that set up even for
the Branches of the Same Tree for the Grammy nomination.
Yeah.
That was in 2015 when it was released.
Yeah.
And then Beats of Zion was in 2019.
Yes.
Voice of Boom Boom.
Yes.
Volume 1.
Yes.
2022.
Yes.
Now, I've noticed that there is a gap, as in 3-year, 4-year, 5-year intervals.
Yes.
Why that? Why that period?
Charlie, I get family too. They get you there home. I'm saying next 2 years.
You see, early on, I asked you when Volume 2 or Voice of Boom Boom is coming.
Volume 2 will come, but it will come separately because it was something that Boom Boom is my hometown. Yeah. My brother is the chief there, so it's like we come from that traditional royal family. So it was also, that's why I love to push indigenous culture. I
love that album, that EP. I love it.
That's a very beautiful.
Collection
sound, because it has songs like Wara, which is my favorite, personal favorite song. Yeah. Whenever I play Wara everywhere in the world, people go crazy. And you know what I found? So I had a lot of people from the Caribbean reaching out to me like, you play mental music, how are you? And I was like, no, it's actually high life, it's palm wine high life. And like, no, that's mental, man.
You see?
So all of a sudden I learned something, that we are looking at it as palm wine music, but it's the same type of music is being called a different thing by our own people.
Yeah.
So you see how things mirror. It's almost like there's a natural kind of peer-to-peer space where we are connecting and creating from the same well springs as a people. So Voice of Boom Boom for me, Wara is, I'll be honored if you guys play Wara, because I feel like...
Fantastic, please pull it out.
But Ghost Town makes me sad.
But Ghost Town is one of their best songs, on the album. Ghost Town. But the thing is that I feel that we have to always use music to express not only our happiness, but also to warn us of impending kind of situations that could compromise who we are as a people. I feel that right now, we're talking of Africa being the next big place. We have the highest number of youth.
Okay.
When we start talking that narrative, there's not a lot of people who are happy about that. We Africans are happy that that's happening. But other people in other countries are seeing that if the power dynamics in 50 years is going to shift to Africa, they will do everything in their power to make sure that we don't get there. So as much as we're celebrating, we have to know that we're also creating more enemies because we were enslaved whilst we were in our own country. We were colonized whilst we were in our own country. So we have to watch out for the new type of algorithmic and digital slavery that is being pushed on our people. We have to be careful what we watch because we don't control the algorithm. So now if they know you can't come here, colonialism has to be digitally implemented. So you there, no, but your mind no be. You know, be black man self. You they look the thing this your blackness all go. You know what I mean? So these are all things. So when they look at it, when you say only slave queens way they look for your thing, and then you go get job.
It be so.
I know the talk say it be bad. I just talk say make you no go. Make you no go quote me. I don't talk nothing.
Oh wow, this is good. It looks like every other song, probably maybe from the year, let's say, around from, should I say 2013, 2015. I think I've interviewed Rocky on every
so many
on every song he's released or EP. I think I've literally done that. And it's always a pleasure. I mean,
I am so grateful because like sometimes as you're addressing the gaps. The things some of the gaps are because I also do a lot of work with the United Nations and also in other places that my foundation and all of that. Some of the spaces are more in terms of me focusing on building that aspect. So I spend that aspect in a lot of community-based initiative, connecting with people, trying to work for universal global harmony, traveling to countries, being part of youth empowerment initiatives, women empowerment initiatives. So those are all there because I believe that if my music is talking about those high ideals and me myself, I don't do them and go on the ground and do them, then my words are going to ring hollow. Right now I have a cocoa farm. Many people don't even know that I'm a farmer. I have a cocoa farm in Samai. I have a coconut farm in Koforidua in the mountains in Obotebri.
Oh, Obotebri, my hometown.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I also have a mushroom project that is going on also in my hometown, Bumbon. And I also have my own bees. My honey, I don't buy it from anywhere. I have my own hives and stuff. So for me, knowing that agriculture is like the foundation of what we do, I don't want to talk about it. I just do it. And I feel that is the foundation of our country. For us to rise, agriculture has to be the base, and it's been the base of every major power. So all the young people, the youth, every time you say, "Oh, young corner, young fad know-how, young develop now we create businesses, and then we also get the ideas of different ways that we can amplify the various value chain that comes from agriculture to make our country great."
Awesome.
If we don't build it, who will build it for us? Yes.
Awesome. And DJ MJ says he's enjoying the conversation. This one also says, great show, Kwame and Doreen. Having a Ghanaian diplomatic passport gives you some advantages, but it does not mean you can travel freely everywhere without visas, nor does it guarantee you cannot be denied entry. Here is how it generally works, and he is giving some education. This is long, I think. Thank you very much. And he says entry is never guaranteed.
Yes.
Thank you for the education. This one said, God bless you.
Yes, and it's from the same person.
Okay, same person. Okay,
attractive.
So he's the one who sent.
Yes, attractive is the one who sent it. Yes.
Thank you, attractive. Kobe Duchim says, good morning, watching you live from Pung Market. Do Mama Shop. Keep the good work up. Okay, and then Daniel Mensa says, God bless you. Hits FM. He deserves aid. Baddest Wheezy Empire. Big up yourself, Mr. Dawuni. I love it so much. Please try and connect with Arnold Whaler. Okay.
Hey, Arnold, respect.
Yes. Emil Smith says, Rasta. You there, everybody. We are all Rasta. Whether you like it or not. And Ponsa Davis says, one love. He goes on to say, in fact, Hits FM, you're too much. Adam L. Nukafu says, the diplomatic passport edition. Yes, yesterday we had the entire, today we have Rocky.
Yeah.
And then Broxy B says, he is the man my music teacher calls whenever he want to give us a scenario. Interesting.
Oh,
so you are not just you're in the universities, you're in the minds of people, they are learning with your music, your name and everything.
Yes, I have actually worked on lectures with so UCLA did a course that was based upon my journey as a musician. So there was a whole class they call me and then I'll go during part of the lectures, later part of the lectures, to go and speak. So I've done that with a lot of universities, and so academia has also been a place where my music has been, and then also in the United Nations too. The Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley, a few years ago, also used lyrics from my song for her speech to the world leaders.
Yeah.
So we've been privileged for the music to impact in so many multi-dimensional spaces, and we are grateful for that.
Right.
Okay, some more messages. Before we go. Okay, this one says interesting conversation. Renee Junior AJ, and then Lord Gamel says, I always tell people that we blacks are the true chosen people the Bible was talking about.
Yes,
which even the rabbis in Israel know very well about our history. Our spirituality tells it all. Listen to Enam Haji Vodushi. So you know what I'm talking about. Okay, and then
Kweku Messiah says, good morning. I'm listening to you people. I love the conversation this morning and I have learnt a lot from him today. I wish to get a verse from him on a traditional song, and also he should try visit Oti region, Jasikai.
Okay,
all right.
That's Kweku Messiah, our guy.
I drive through there all the time on my way to Bumbon. So next time,
he's quite popular. He's also doing a lot of
he's a musician
great
there.
works
there. Yeah. Just DM me, just DM me on IG or something, and then send me your information, and then we'll connect.
And Rocky, my Kofodia people say we should do a homecoming.
Yeah. Let's start. No. Mention Abeku Santana. Abeku watching here.
Abeku watching now.
We wish you for share or also. You're homecoming.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Rocky, for coming. And this brings us to the end of the show.
Yes, it's the end. A very big and massive thank you.
Are you going to play Wara?
Wara is on standby.
Okay.
Mr. Hagler, thank you so much. Our amazing producer. He makes it a point to get our guests for us like that.
Why Hagler always the smile they go give peace sign?
Because he's for peace.
He's for peace, yeah.
Debbie Sway, who supports with production. We have Knee Upness on our social media. DJ Fantastic.
Big up, Knee. Big up to you.
DJ Fantastic on our music.
Hey, DJ Fantastic. Charlie.
Yes.
Respect to you.
Yes. And when it comes to DJing, of course, our boss here, DJ Black. He's the programs manager for the
Mr. Tuntum. Charlie Tuntum. Only me say wakasa kan. Men kind of loud mo bie. Obi antin here. What's say
Mike.
Well, my name is Doreen Avian. Thank you so much, Rocky, for joining us this morning. Today, I'm not Kwame Dazi. My name is Doreen Avian.
My name is Kwame Dazi. And we're leaving you with Rocky Dawuni's Wara.
This is Hits.